Drake, you wanted to share how you're feeling?
Yeah, it's hurt. No doubt. It definitely hurts. It's been a long ride. They played better than us tonight. They deserve to win that game, and speaking for the whole team and myself, just what a journey it's been for us. I love this team, love those guys in that locker room, and we'll leave it all on the field. And I know a lot of guys did that tonight, and just came up short, didn't play our best, and that's what happens.
What they doing so effective for today?
Yeah, well, I mean, credit to them. We were moving it solid in the first couple of drives, and just have a couple negative plays that would kind of push behind the chains, and then from there we just couldn't stay ahead of the chains, and third and short we couldn't pick up some first downs, and they had brought some pressure where they got us a few times, and just got to be better with the football, make better decisions, and I got to make better throws when the game is is like that. I got to make some throws to help us move the football.
Hey, what would you like to have back?
Say that again.
What would you like to have back
Tonight? What I'd like to have back, I'd like to go back to the beginning and redo it. But no, there's so many plays that can decide and change the game. I think what is it, 19-7 or 22-7, and you have to have the fumble or whatever, and they return it for a touchdown. There's numerous plays in the first half where I feel like I could have made a better throw or make a better decision, and really just comes down to who makes the plays and who doesn't. And they made plays tonight.
Rick, how much did you
describe what happened on the small interception? Did you get a hit in your heart? All the tip? It just, when there wasn't really anybody else around. Just do you remember that one?
Yeah. There were two of our guys were around him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you.
No. Yeah. I mean, I threw it, hit him in the chest.
Drake, how
Yeah, my shoulder feels. I shot it up, so not much feeling. It was good to go and felt all right.
How much does how feel strengthen your resolve to get back?
Yeah, that's what motivates you. That's what we just talked about in the locker room. That's what fuels you. And I think that's the biggest thing about life is you're gonna have times like this, and it's how you bounce back. And I think all those guys in that locker room are gonna use this as fuel. And I think I go to war with those guys anytime, any day, anywhere. It's motivation to get back here and not have this feeling and have what they're feeling out there. Coach just mentioned 307 days. That sounds long, and we're back going in April. So it's a quick turnaround, but I think it's the biggest thing is the relationships you build. Whether it's new people, old teammates that you've had, or teammates from last year, you just continue to build more relationships, and just the memories of winning on the road, or goofing off with the guys in the locker room, or going out to eat with the O-linemen, or playing cards with the guys, just being in the huddle. I think you remember being in the huddle, and that's what you miss kind of in the offseason. You miss being in the huddle and being with the guys in the locker room, and that's what makes you come back.
You faced a lot of tough defense last postseason. Was that the best you faced?
It'd be hard to say. I think obviously they played better than us tonight, and they beat us. So and we beat the other three, and they beat us tonight. So.
Drake, how much did you learn about yourself this season?
How much did I learn about myself? Yeah, just trying to kind of really go back to before this year and before Coach got hired, and just trying to be the same person that got me here, to have people in the facility or my family members change kind of what I do in my life to do things better, or leadership wise, or be a better teammate, or try to take advice from people I care about to try to just improve the player or teammate. That's about it.
Did you feel like your shoulder limited you in this playoff run?
I think it'd be hard to say that. I was feeling good enough to be out there. If I'm out there, I wouldn't put the team in harm's way to not be myself, and just didn't make plays tonight.
Does a game like this reassess the bar of what you have to be, what the team has to be to win a championship?
I think it starts in practice. Practicing better, practicing at a higher level, executing more, and when you get those chances to make that play in the game that you see in practice, it's difference between winning, losing, and making that play.
Drake, you have so many fans. They're so behind you. What do you say to them tonight?
No, I just thank them. What a year! It's been a ride.
What does this championship mean to you personally?
Say it one more time.
Personally, what does this mean to you? Meaning, what does it mean to you?
What does it mean to me? What part?
Win.
Winning? Not really sure how to take that, but yeah, it came up short.
Tough on Drake, just, you know, no matter what happens today, this group, right, it's never the same again. Like, has that kind of sunk in?
Yeah, it's hard to have that sink in right now. Hopefully a lot of the same faces are here. I'm nature of the business. I know it won't be like that, but this team was awesome. Yeah, he was a heartbeat. No doubt about that. He was he's the big reason why we're here. He's always the same, and look forward to my relationship with him for a long time. He's a great person and hell of a football coach.
Drake, what makes so many emotions in the locker room right now? How much are you leaning on each other right now?
That's what we said. Stick together. That's what it's about, and it's gonna hurt and sting for a while, but it's what you sign up for. So that's what you get.
What makes the Seahawks defense so?
One more time.
Is there anything this offseason you plan to work on in particular?
Another year in this offense. You'll hopefully knock on wood. Nothing changes, but yeah, just another year of growing, trying to be a step ahead, trying to learn it as well. Coach does and has knowledge for, and just be the best teammate I can be.
Rick, what makes
anything special their defense did tonight that got you off the balance?
Yeah, I think they're great at all three levels. I think they're well coached. We knew they're gonna be in the right spot. They mix it up, and I think they got good players at all three levels. That's the biggest thing. They got good players at all three levels, and they made more plays than we did. And I got to make better throws and move in the pocket and change the launch point and do a lot of things at a better level for us to win.
How much would you trust this as fuel, Drake?
That's what I told those guys in the locker room, man. This is fuel. If it's not, then I don't know what this feeling could do for you, because this is tough.
Why did they open the game up late, so late into the third quarter to really open, like you opened up the game?
Say that again.
Why did you open up the offense? Why not you and the coaching staff open up the offense so late into this game?
Yeah, I mean, when you're down, I think it was 19-0, you gotta start throwing the football. It's hard to keep running it when you're down like that. So we were able to make some plays, but it was a little too late, and our defense played a hell of a game tonight, and we just didn't show up. How we plan on showing up offensively. And, it starts with me.
That's the frustration given how well the defense played.
I think it always is a team sport, and I think they've been playing well all playoff long. And I'm not going to hang my hat on our performance. I know obviously we came up short, but at the same time, it's life.
Drake, you've been shy to talk about your faith, and I'm just wondering how much you feel like you have.
Yeah, I talked about earlier this week. It's purpose and passion, and I got a strong passion for this game, but it's not my purpose. And something that's constant in my life is my faith, and in the highs and the lows, and just lean on it. What I take personally from it? Yeah, just go back, get back to work. Do things a little more next time, or try to find a way to get the guys going or get myself in a rhythm. And I think the biggest thing is back to back to the roots and back to phase one and getting a new team together. And like I said, hopefully it's a lot of the same guys, but it's not the reality of this sport. And I'm looking forward to getting back with these guys because they're awesome players, awesome people. And, it's fun.
Drake, how and what ways do you think that this will make you better? The entire postseason, the entire season, and this moment right now. How do you kind of use this to get
Yeah.
to where you want?
I think it's a judgment of how the game's going. You got to have a feeling for how it's going, how we're doing offensively, what I need to do better, how we need to get ourselves in a different vantage point to have success. And I think there's really nothing more to say than make plays when they're there, and that's the difference between teams that are sitting home watching tonight, and the difference between us losing tonight and them, celebrating.
Drake, how proud are you of what this team has accomplished this season?
Man, I'm so proud. That's probably the reason I'm choked up most. This team is something that just glad to be part of.
When you think about this group and these guys, what are kind of the things that stay with you about who this group was, the things that you enjoyed most about this group?
I think the people will make the place, and we got great people all around that help us, support staff and great fan base. I'm just glad to have this uniform on and look forward to getting back and playing another one.
Drake, so many teams in your life, Drake, has one affected you as much as this group, like this level of emotion? Have you kind of been in this place before?
Yeah, you're at the highest stage, the highest level, so it's hard to kind of put that in comparison to others. I think it's a business at this level, but it's more than that. It's more than that. In a game like this, and yeah, I think that's about it. It's more than a business. There's people in there that are doing it, not for the money or the fame, and that's what's cool about this team.
Were there any surprises about the experience overall on the typical stage of this being your first time doing it?
Yeah, I think there's always some surprises of being in it and having to deal with some of the things outside of getting ready for the game, and it was a little different preparing for 2 weeks. It kind of feels like you're waiting for something for a while, but at the same time, it's good to have the experience, and it's hard to get back here. So it's not a given to get back here. So we gotta work to get back to having experiences like this and maybe flipping the script next time.
How did you feel you handled the nerves?
Handle the nerves. I felt I handled the nerves all right. I think the first possession, it felt good picking up a first down. Andre made a big play, on a little swing route, and got the ball moving and then took a bad sack. But really, I think it was just such a cool environment of playing at this game, and you understand why people try to get to this game, and you understand why.
Right, they're really known as a pressure team. Did they present anything differently in that regard from what you?
So they are really a pressure team?
Well, I mean, they're not a big blitzing team a lot.
Yeah.
Did they show anything differently?
We saw a good amount of variety of blitzes. I wouldn't say that they're a huge pressure team, but obviously they had some success tonight, so they're heating us up, and I got to do better in protection and getting the ball out and just to not take negative plays because that's what put us in a bad spot.
Did you manage to find Sam? I lost you in the confetti Darnold on the field. I didn't know what
yeah, but he's got better things to do, so.
But just was it something you wanted to do, just to say
Yeah, just say congrats.
Are you already able to look back and think what you could have done differently?
Yeah, I think there's plays that I'll think about for the next probably 7 months until we're back in September playing our first one. So that's the nature of it. Yeah, it was 9-0, so there wasn't too much panic. I thought the guys had a good belief in getting back there and getting it done. And I think it started out with us. I made a stupid throw on the first play out of halftime. I had Mondre open in the flat, and other than that, I think on the third down, it was a third and short, and what did we do? We picked up with Travion on the sweep, and then the next third down, I think I may have missed pop. I'm not sure which one it was, but just missing throws and not making the plays when we need to in a timely manner.
Drake, do you consider this a learning experience for yourself?
What's up, Karen? Learning experience. I think you have to. I think you live, you learn, and the losses are, they hurt, and I think you try to learn when you win and try to remember this feeling when you lose. And I know there's a lot of things that you wish you had back, but it's only going to make you stronger in the end.
Drake, along those lines, what did you learn about the difference between the regular season and playoff football?
Yeah, you gotta play at your best, and those plays that can change the game matter. And if you make them, you're celebrating. If you're not, you're sitting here, crying at a podium. So that's part of it. And I know the postseason is what you play for, and I know we'll have a you'll be back. We'll be back in the postseason, and that's what you play the game for.
For your final question, guys.
The job that Coach Vrabel did this year. I mean, several times he said this is year one of a program. I know it's hard for you guys to feel this way now, but I mean, in year one of the program, you far exceeded what I think most people thought.
Yeah, everybody would say be patient. Let kind of things get put into place, and look where we're at now. So, he's Coach of the Year for a reason. He's somebody that we all love playing for. There's nothing no other coach we'd rather play for, and he's a constant reminder of why we believe and why we show up to work and have an identity. And he gave a great reminder of people like you guys or family that travel all this way for us to watch us play. And just don't ruin their night, because I know it sucks and it hurts, but so many people that care about you and love you for more than just playing on the football field. Thank you, guys.